In North America, most birders use eBird. Almost all birders use eBird as a resource to look at and find out what's being seen, but most of us also contribute to eBird. It's so easy to do. It's kind of revolutionized the listing game and record-keeping process for most North American birders, and it really is useful all over the world and is catching on in other parts of the world also. But eBird is owned and managed by Cornell University, and it is a free resource that all of us contribute to as our contribution to citizen science, and in return get a fabulous listing program that we can keep our bird records at. So over the years, I told you earlier, I started keeping my records written in the side columns of my birding guide. From there on, I went to using a Mac-based app, and then Avisys, PC-based app when I had to change from a Mac to a PC for work. But then eBird came in 2009, and I've been using that since then, and it has just revolutionized record keeping for me. It started out a little bit tedious because you'd have to go to the field and keep notes. Then when you got home, you had to enter where you went and what you saw, which was a lot like it was before eBird. But before long, a second party came out with a phone app that you could use that you bought and could use to enter your sightings in the field, and they would just upload to eBird automatically. eBird before long saw that everyone wanted to use that and merged with that app or acquired that app, has improved it in many ways since then. So birders now, when we go to the field, the resource we use to keep track of our records is usually eBird. You simply open the app on your phone, push the start button. I'm not going to try to describe how to use it, but you enter your sightings either as you see them or right when you're finished birding at a certain location. Write down how many species you saw of each, how many numbers you saw of each species. It's quick and easy, takes a couple of minutes, and your record keeping is done. The other super cool thing about eBird is that you can look and see what everyone else is seeing too. All this information is public. So if you see a lesser yellowlegs at Levy Pond in Fife, near where I live, and you submit that to eBird, anyone who subscribes to either the Needs or the Rare Bird Alert, and those are alerts you can subscribe to on eBird. You can get an email every time a bird is seen in a county that you haven't seen this year or ever seen, or in a state or in the whole ABA area or whatever you want. You can get an email telling you where and when it was seen. You can also subscribe to the Rare Bird Alerts for any given area, any county or state or major region, so that you get an email every day or every hour, whichever you prefer, of all of the birds that are not common in a particular area. So it is just a tremendous resource to use. There's all sorts of other ways to use eBird data to decide where to go birding, where to look for certain species. It's just a terrific resource. It's just revolutionized North American bird record keeping. And in addition is a research tool that people can use. So it's a terrific resource, and pretty much, not all of us, but the vast majority of birders in North America use eBird as a record keeping tool and a tool to find and look for birds.